Hey, this is Chris. How you doing? It's Sunday morning. Time for another weekly update, except it's not going to be much of an update since we just did 2 videos yesterday. But, yeah, heading off to church. Lee picked up a heavy box yesterday and pulled a muscle in her back, and my son tells her it's part of her rotator cuff, and so not a very serious thing, but something that she needs to rest, not move her arm in certain directions for at least this whole day. And then he said it would probably be okay, by the end of the week. Wouldn't be sore anymore. So she got lucky on that one. And so any prayers you want to send up for her would be greatly appreciated. Got to have my coffee, of course. This is my Poppy class, because I am the Poppy. And it's got all the I'm not going to, you see that got all the grandkids on here. It's cute. Anyway. So yeah, we did the Transportation Museum yesterday. Very interesting place. Unfortunately, we could not go through the whole thing, but because Jacob was with us, and he's just turning 3. And he did really well. I mean, he walked around with us for, I think it was the better part of 2 hours, but he finally just got tired. But he didn't get whiny tired. He just said, "Hey, I'm tired," which is kind of funny, So we left. We went over to Chick-fil-A and loaded up on, I loaded up on a couple of their sandwiches and some fries. I tell you what, those chicken sandwiches are great. They're the best anywhere. I guess that explains why they're always so busy. Did a little bit more work on the fence this week. Not a whole lot, though. I think I did one more section, so I was going to work on that today, but it looks like I've got some computer repair that I need to do. I usually don't do anything on Sundays, but it's for a good friend of mine, and so I'm going to go get those from him. He's got I don't know if it's a desktop or a laptop and a tablet, so I'm not even exactly sure what's wrong with all of them, but I told him I'd take a look at them and tell him what I think. So I'm going to do that. Of course, I can do that while I sit in my chair and watch TV, so it's not like it's this big, big thing to do. Let me get that down there. There, that's better. The picture might look a little bit different because I did get a new LG G4 phone. I have 2 phones. I've got my Moto Z2 Force, and then I had my Moto X. Well, I still have the Moto X, but it's just gotten so slow doing everything, and it might just be because I'm using it next to the Moto Z2 Force, which is very fast, and so it may just be a matter of relative speed, but it's an old phone. It was made in 2013. It only can update to Android 5. Not that that's a big deal in and of itself, but the more up-to-date phone you have, the more up-to-date apps you have, the better they generally tend to work. And so I picked up this G4 mainly because I have an adapter that I can plug into an HDMI cable, and I can cast. It's not casting, it's just directly outputting whatever's on the screen to the TV. And so I got another G4 a couple weeks ago, and it works, and that aspect of it worked great. Unfortunately, I went to use the camera, and the camera did not work. And so I'm having to return that one, and I went ahead and got this one in the meantime from a different seller, because, I don't want to take a chance of getting another phone that hasn't been thoroughly checked out. Because I think, if you're going to sell something, I'll make sure all the major functions work, like sound and camera, things like that. The browser, the internet, all those things that, you get a phone for. So yeah, we have Amazon Prime, so we can watch all those videos. Sometimes it's just better to download the videos. I mean, you can download them off Prime and watch them, so sometimes we do that because our internet is still not, it's a lot more stable since we got the repeater, but it's still not as nearly as good as what you would get, say, if you were in town. But we do get 10 megs down, so I'm not dissatisfied with it. I just wish we could have something a little bit better. But hey, you make trade-offs. Well, it's a sacrifice too. When you live in an area that's underpopulated and telecommunications companies just don't feel like serving your area. I mean, CenturyLink does, but their internet sucks out here. We put up with that for 5 years. I mean, it was fine, but it was slow. 3 megabits is too slow, especially if you have 2 computers on the line at the same time, which Lee and I are off and on at the same time. So anyway, also I got to work a lot next week. Got to make some money, saving up for some things. We want to get them. We don't want to do it on credit, and so you know how that goes, right? You just got to work more at some point. So still doing the Uber thing, doing Uber and Lyft actually together. Works out a lot better and leave both apps on. Tend to get a lot more calls that way. But it has been slow. This past week was abnormally slow, I think. But I just think it's just that time of year, and that's just the way it's going to be. So until school starts, we're gonna make a little bit less than average what I've been used to making. I mean, thus far the summer's been good, but like I said, this last week was kind of rough. So, but school starts in less than 4 weeks, and so there's hope on the horizon. What else are we doing? I think that's about it, really. Just the usual humdrum stuff. Of course, I waited to mow the grass. I had to work all week, so I kept putting off mowing the grass, and now it's raining. It's supposed to rain for 4 or 5 more days straight, so that could be a problem when it finally dries out. But maybe we'll get a dry day here, and I can sneak in a little. It's only the front yard inside the fence that's really, really worrisome. Everything else is just basically weeds that I cut to 3 inches high. So it's not like it's thick, lush lawn or anything. Alrighty, well, I think that's going to do it for now. Got questions, comments, leave in the section below. Like and subscribe. Message Lee, tell her you said hi. She says hi back. And we will see you on the next one.